Hey y'all, welcome back. Hold on. All right. Stay. Okay. Hopefully it's not too dark. Anyways, I just got back from the gym and I'm making a protein drink. This right here, this is the Isopure protein powder, tropical punch. I like this because if you don't really like that milky one protein, this is a good alternative. It's literally like juice. So I just put 10 ounces of water in here and then 1 scoop of powder. Shake it up real good. And then got my cup of ice because it tastes good to me cold. Like I literally drink it like it's juice. Don't worry those little fuzzies, like it's gonna go away. Like it literally tastes like pink lemonade, to be honest with you. All right, I don't even know what I want to eat right now, but I know I needed protein. So I had made some homemade popcorn last night on the stove and I got a little baggie left. I slick just want to eat this, but I know I need actual food in my belly. I may just make some steel cut oatmeal. I'll probably just do that, steel cut oatmeal and some strawberries. So I'm eating this. I just made some steel cut oats with some strawberries on top, and then I'm washing it down with my tropical punch protein shake. So I'm getting my protein, I'm getting my carbs, and I'm getting my fruit. So yeah, I feel like last year I left a lot of gains on the table because I wasn't getting my protein intake. So this year we ain't having that, y'all. Like I'm legit, like I'm ready to reach my goals and then maintain. Right now I haven't weighed myself in a while, so last time I weighed myself I was like 215. I pretty much feel the same. I think when I look at myself in the mirror, I can tell I've lost inches because like certain parts of my body are kind of a little tighter. But yeah, so I'm about to eat this and I'll talk to you all later. Hey y'all, so it's been some days, of course. So right now I am going to a job interview. So you guys, just if you're new here or we just need a recap, y'all know I basically left my big girl job in my field and I also moved out of my apartment, all of that jazz. So I'm going back to my roots, people. So right now I just want like a little, like a job that's not too mentally strenuous or whatever. Something that's just kind of just easy, just classic customer service, or you know, like front desk work. Something to where I can just have some change in my pocket so I can save, you know, slowly branch off and become, you know, a full-time influencer. Well, I'm gonna say full-time YouTuber or whatever, because I don't know why the term influencer just sounds weird to me, but can eventually, you know, just basically do this full-time. So I just kind of just want to just have some type of revenue coming in. Right now I'm heading to a job interview and we'll see how that goes. I'm not nervous at all. Like I feel like I'll be fine. You know, I know they may even ask like, okay, because I know my resume does not match what I'm trying to go towards, but it's like, even if I lie on my resume, how am I going to lie about what I really been doing for the past umpteen years? You know what I mean? Because I mean, for the past 9 years I've been working in my field, so I can't even say like, oh, I haven't been, because I have been, you know. I mean, I haven't done retail since high school, you know what I mean? So like, I don't want to lie. I want to be honest about what I've been doing. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of like branching off from like their typical job that they should be working or were working, and are going towards, you know, like tel or customer service or whatever the case may be. I was like, I didn't want to wear my hair in a head wrap just because I'm like, nah, Tika, just wear your hair, you know, it's fine. So I think what I'm going to do is just invest in some of these headbands, kind of like just to kind of get my hair like to do something, because when it's not laying, it's starting to, I think my hair is starting to bud now. It's starting to lock and it's starting to poof at the roots because I'm getting some new growth in, so it's looking a little funky. But it's nothing with a headband, a little bit of makeup can't fix, and some hoop earrings. So that's what she's giving. I was like, hopefully I'm not giving too much of like black power right now, but hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna be me. So if they like me, cool. If they don't like me, then it wasn't meant to be. Another hit for another job. I really want that one. Only being look, it's no really real reason. It's only because it's like in the heart of Atlanta, just because it's close to Lenox Mall. So I was like, ooh, that'd be good, like content area, you know what I mean? So plus I know that job would be super easy because you literally just be checking people in and out, you know, because it's like a lash bar. So I mean, how hard could it be to work at a lash bar? You know what I mean? Just smile and say, hey, you have a 2:00 appointment. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And I mean, shoot, if I get both, I'll be happy with that. But I am looking at this job mainly because they get paid weekly. And one thing a girl like is a weekly check. Hello. Can't be the weekly check. So anywho, let me stop rambling. Let me get my mind right for this interview. So I'll talk to y'all once I leave there. All right, y'all. So I just came back from the interview. It went really well, of course, but there was a slight red flag. So the position that they kind of want me to do, not kind of, basically I'll be like a lead, I guess. So it's like, it's in the between, like it's like a lead is kind of like almost a manager, but like you'll be leading a group or whatever. So it sounds good in theory. But the thing is, like, because the stuff that she was requiring, I mean, that's just basic stuff. But the thing is, you know, she was telling me what they typically pay for that. And I'm like, and she was, before I could even say anything, she was just like, well, I already can tell just by how your whole aura, and like, I know, like, you're going to require more. And I was just like, and then I'm thinking too, I'm like, and also you got to think about the area. I said, well, the area that we live in, the culture that we live in, like, you know, and the time that we live in, she's like, I know you would have to pay more. Exactly. She also told me how much this store brings in. Like, this is like a top dollar store. So I'm like, and the money and the type of stuff that they have in there, like, there's not like no regular stuff. Like, this is like high-end, you know, items that they have. So you need to kind of up your pay, because you got to think the caliber of people you're working with, you have to pay them. You know, you want quality, you got to pay for quality. You know, you can't get lobster and a couple of bucks in your pocket. So you got to think about that. So she was like, if it was up to her, then she would, you know, pay me whatever I'm asking. Now, red flag. She told me 1 p.m. was fine. You know, then all of a sudden she's asking another manager, well, hey, where's the supervisor? I guess the supervisor over the store. And they're like, oh, one person said they didn't know. Another person was like, oh, he doesn't get into like 3:34. And she's like, so then she starts apologizing, like, oh, I'm so sorry. Had I known, you know, then I would have told you to come at like 4. So I'm kind of like already like, okay, so this kind of lets me know that y'all lacking in communication, because why don't you know when your supervisor is coming in, especially if you knew that you were setting up an interview for that day? You know what I mean? So that kind of was a little red flag for me. And like a part of me is like, should I go back? Should I not go back? You know, I did say I'll go back, but I'm also kind of on the fence about going back. I don't know. So I am going to go back just because it's like, right, I mean, I'm not desperate, but I also don't want to just shut down the first thing. My clear sign would be is if he's able to give me what I'm asking. If we can't come to a common ground with pay, then I'll respectfully decline, and I'll know it's not meant to be. Now, if he can pay me what I'm asking for, then now let me know, okay, I could work with this, you know? So we'll see how that goes. But right now I'm about to go run into CVS because I need some more shower gel, and I need to get some wash for my piercing because I have not been cleaning it like I should, and I know it's bad. Hey y'all, so I bet you're wondering, how did I end up here? How did I end up sounding sick? Well, I'll tell you. Yeah, so I don't think I have the flu, but I don't know. It could be a possibility. So I went out Saturday night. Today's Thursday. I went out Saturday night and for my best friend's birthday dinner, and like I was holding her baby, my little baby, and that's the other thing, y'all, don't be fooled by the chubby cheeks. They're walking germs or crawling germs. So I'm holding her, and like she had like a little cold, and she like sneezed on me a couple of times, and not thinking much of it. I'm just like, well, kids sneeze, so you know. And I washed, you know, I made sure I have sanitizer on me. So anyway, you know, I've been doing good. And then all of a sudden, like, I want to say like Tuesday night, I've noticed like I've been like, I don't know, I've been drinking like Theraflu every night, even though I'm not sick. Well, wasn't, you know. So I've been like, just trying to build up my immune system and stuff like that. But Tuesday night, I'm like, man, my throat is really itchy. Same thing Wednesday. And then today, like, I just feel like really, really tired. And like my throat, it's not itchy now, but it just feels like swollen. So I can still breathe, you know, I can still like, it's not like I have a fever or anything. It's just like my throat just feel like it's just like tight, you know? So I'm just trying to knock this thing out before it gets any further. But I'm like, man, I just hope I'm not getting sick because like, y'all know I went on the interview the other day and that interview actually went pretty decent. It went good. So right now the supervisor is trying to see if he can talk to his higher up to pay me more because I was like, basically what they want me to do is be like a manager. And I'm like, okay, if you want me to be a manager, I need to be compensated manager wages, you know? So he's trying to see, he said he'll let me know Friday, you know, one monkey don't stop no show. I actually have another interview lined up for Monday, and that one, they actually can pay me a little bit more, pay me what I kind of want or whatever. So, so I meet with her on Monday and then we kind of go over some things and then, you know, go from there. Trying to keep my options open. I don't want to like close myself off because the goal of 2023 is just to like basically be stress-free and stack money. So like wherever I go, like if I feel like the vibes are off even a slight bit, I'm not dealing with it. Like, you know, just because it's like the whole point of me leaving my other job was because of toxicity and all of this. So, and that's kind of why I want to be. I want to be like at a basically a carefree job that doesn't require too much of my mental. Like, I mean, of course, every job I do expect to work, but I don't want it to get to the point to where I'm like stressed, like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to make sure I have my phone on. Like, that's how my life was, and I can't go back to that, you know? So my goal is to just basically be somewhere. I do my, you know, 8-9 hours, however long it is, and go home. And focus on my content. That's what I want to do. I don't want to deal with anything extra, you know. And like I said, just save, like, so. Well, we'll see how this goes, y'all. Like, I'm very confident in that where I'm supposed to be, I'll be there and we'll go from there. So I just finished up with the interview, and this is like the one I told y'all, like this is like more so in the beauty industry. And it's funny because this is a job I want because I'm like, okay, I want something that's in beauty, you know. And y'all, so like, okay, before I went in, I was just like, God, you know, like if this is where I'm supposed to be, just make it clear, like just make it like to the point to where like this is it. And so funny thing, and I walk in, you know, and I tell them check in, all that stuff like that. And then the girl who interviewed me, we actually went to high school together. And I was just like, oh my gosh. She's like, oh my God, Tika. Like, she said that she saw my resume and like she felt like it might have been me, but she didn't remember my last name, like, you know. And I was just like, yeah, that makes sense, you know, like, because I remember her, but like, I mean, her name is very common, but like, I'm like, I don't know, you know. And I was just like, oh my God, this is such a small world. So like, I know she said that she was kind of nervous. Like, she said that she was hoping it was me, but she said that she was a little nervous because like my resume is strictly like in healthcare and medical, you know, and social work. So it's like, you know, this is totally out of left field for me. And I just told her, I was like, well, you know, you follow me on social media, you know what's up. But I was just like, you know, like, I mean, I honestly just want to just step out on faith and just try something different because like I've always had like, you know, a heart for like beauty and everything along with helping people. So I'm like, I just was like, I want to just, you know, step out and just try something different. Like I get, you know, I get this is totally different, but I was like, I promise you it all goes hand in hand as far as customer service, dealing with people and all of that. And she was just explaining the job to me and everything, and I was just like, it sounds perfect for what I'm trying to do, just because it's like I'll still be able to focus on my channel as well as, you know, still be creative as well as have income coming in. So plus, you know, I can eventually like, you know, transfer into like, you know, actually doing hands-on beauty. So, you know, but I'm just like so excited because I did accept the job. Yay. So I start next week. I'll be in training, so I'm so excited about that. So, and it's just funny because like I haven't even heard anything about the other job, but it's totally fine, which I'm like, yes, like this will be like more of my speed. And she even said it like, you know, you'll like it here. Like she was like, I think she said the main thing is a lot of people get annoyed because it's a lot of downtime at this job, but I was just like, for me, like that's perfect, you know what I mean? It's in beauty, but it's also downtime, so I can kind of focus on my creativity and all of that. And you know, I'm just really just excited. Like I'm just so grateful, and I'm just like, thank you, Lord, because like you literally like really like, I mean, I know I asked for a favor, but I was not expecting like that type of favor. Like the fact that like she was even hoping that it was like Tika from high school, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, it's just so crazy how it's such a small world and like how things just kind of just work out for you. But I'm like, God, you be showing out. Like I'm telling y'all, tell God what y'all want, because he gonna look out now. God, come on with my husband, Lord. Come on, we about about to make so much money this year, Lord. We about to pay off this debt, Lord, and we about to find a man, Lord. So like, but y'all, I'm just so grateful. Like, I don't know, I'm just happy. But anywho, talk to y'all later. I'm just happy. It's true commitment. So it is raining currently, but me and my sister want to take pictures. So right now we found like this, our parents actually used to live over here. So they have like a nice little filming area, well, picture slash whatever. So we decided to take pictures today. My sister woke up, she's like, let's have a content day. And I'm like, sure, why not? So that's what we're about to do.